What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of Birdie or Bust. Now, if you're a keen golfer, you may already know the term. However, the ethos behind that phrase is basically you're an inconsistent golfer. Like I am. So inconsistent that the majority of the time I either do really well on a hole or horrendously. So today we're going to be playing at Lid Golf Club and we're going to go and try and shoot a good score. Essentially under 18 over par. I don't have an official handicap, however, this 18 over par is going to be my baseline. I'm going to try and improve with each video that we make. So, let's get this show on the road. One of the two goals that I have, the first goal is of course to break 18 over, which is typically 90 shots on a 72 shot course. And my second thing is to just play some sensible golf. Don't get inside my own head, lay up, put it in the right position so I can have like a full wedge into the green and not try and be a hero and throw a driver into every single hole. We've got some pretty disturbing news this morning that there is a frost delay. We have to remember that it's mid-January 2022 right now. It is freezing cold. So even though it looks nice and sunny, it is definitely gonna be jacket weather. I'm a little bit concerned that there's either a massive delay on the first tee or that they've just cancelled golf altogether today. Okay, so we are here on the first hole on the tee box, 269 yard par 4. It's drivable par 4. However, I don't think I'm going to be going for that because I said I'm going to be sensible. So I bet you didn't think that I'd be narrating over this, but yes, thought I'd just throw a cheeky 6-iron straight up the middle to give myself maybe a full 56 degree into the green. Now, like I said, this is going to be birdie or bust, so actually getting it up into the middle of the green is going to be the difficult part, but we seem to do a decent second shot and give ourselves a look at birdie. Now, something I have to say is that I'm definitely having to work on my short game at the moment, but the fact that I opened up with that birdie was just so special for me. Now, the irons seem pretty useful going off the tee, so we're going to stick with that. And this is where bust comes in. We've got a little cheeky hook along the ground on the left-hand side. It always happens, doesn't it? Although a decent approach could help us save par. This is just it, being able to recover well and to be able to putt well as well, but this is another story because my putting definitely needs some improvement. Giving it a good roll every time, but if you're putting it a little bit too far from the flag, it's just so unforgiving because there you have it, a 3 putt to do a 6 on a par 4, therefore we are on to +1. Pushing that drive right, I got a little bit angry, decided to get the boomstick out and push it out right. Thinned an 8-iron to get it back into play, but we are on a par 5 right now on the third hole, so as long as we can get up and down, we can still save par. Thinned yet another wedge over towards the green. But if we 2-putt, we still save par. Long putt off the edge of the green. Doesn't quite have enough juice, so we're going to have to try and sink a decent-sized putt to claim par. Again, not enough juice. Just really irritating. So 3-putting yet again to get a bogey on that hole. So it's 2 over after 3. 6 again. 2 over through 3. We've got a par 4, 342 yards. Another iron off the tee, just hugging that left-hand side. Going to try and stay consistent. Bogey from here on out would be good. The approach shot just doesn't go to plan. Hooks it around the left-hand side to leave another chip onto the green. So if I can get up and down from here, we save par. So I need to put myself in a good position. It's a little bit far. Just pushes it right around the edge. So again, another bogey for 5 on that 4 to go 3 over after 4. Pushes out the hybrid to the right hand side, trying to take a safer club off the tee box, but it's quite a long par 4 this one, just about under 400 yards. Leaves a decent size approach shot with a 9-iron, just leaves it short over the pond. It still has a pretty good look. Cheeky little chip, but leaves it unfortunately a little bit short. A good roll yet again, and just missing it on the left-hand side. It's just so frustrating. Yet again, another 3-putt for a double bogey to go 5 over after 5. Still on track, still not too bad. This is birdie or bust, remember. And slices one off the tee with a 4-iron. Just about makes it over the water, but leaves a pretty good angle, just quite a long distance to the hole on this 314-yard par 4. Luckily, quite a decent approach shot, but just off the fringe of the green for the next shot. I say off the fringe, and that is an awful tracer from the Shot Tracer Pro app, but just puts it to the left fringe. Putting off the fringe, if I sink this, I manage to claim par. But no, it's not to be. Leaves it short with a little tap in for a bogey to go 6 over after 6. A 127-yard par 3, and this could be absolutely glorious. This is my shot of the day. Leaving it on the front fringe, just in front of the hole. Really difficult pin position, just over the edge of the bunker, but leaves it just on the fringe. It looked incredible from where I was. Definitely didn't want to leave it short that time and just pushed it right. I actually teamed up with these two lovely gents on this hole to create a little bit of faster pace to get around the course, because there was a lot of holding up from some 3 balls, 4 balls that were further ahead from me. So unfortunately, 3-putting yet again to get a bogey when I had a birdie putt. You just can't do that if you want to keep your scores low. So +7 after 7. A nice tee shot, followed by a pretty decent approach shot going right over that right-hand side bunker to leave myself a little chip onto the green. And he thins it. Rolls off the other edge. We've all been there. Into a bunker the other side. Bunker shot to save myself. Actually not too bad onto the fringe. I need a putt. I need to land that big putt, but it just doesn't happen. Leaving myself, unfortunately, with a double bogey, going 9 over through 8. A big hole here, hybrid off the tee, and absolutely rips one down the right-hand side. Approach definitely could have been better. Standing on that cheeky little hillside makes me draw it quite far left to the left-hand side of the green. So I'm going to have another chip onto the green. Not a bad approach shot. However, this is going to be a putt for par off the fringe. Leaves it just too short on that right-hand side, which is just unfortunate. Going to have to try and sink this one. And he misses it yet again. That's another 3-putt. This is the thing. If I shave off all these 3-putts, it could be amazing. Coming into a 149-yard par 3 with a pretty decent shot. Just puts it to the middle of the green. Again, a difficult pin position. Lid Golf Club has really improved since the new owners have purchased it. A pretty decent roll up that left-hand side. Can he secure that par? Manages to secure the par to stay 11 over through 10 holes. A beautiful tee shot, if I do say so myself, on this 389-yard par 4, straight down the middle with a 4-iron. Approach shot as well, pretty decent. I think I leave it just short on that left-hand side. Oh, I stand corrected. It was long, and a putt off the back end of the fringe, a really long downhill putt. These can be quite dangerous, and I leave it tremendously short. It was way slower than I thought it was going to be. So again, it's going to have to be a 3-putt, as you can tell. Just missed that putt on the left-hand side.
The price you pay for talking to people. Unfortunately, we were on the tee. I just beamed one down the middle with my driver. It's the first shot that I haven't recorded yet so far. Playing with these two lovely gents now. 12 over through 11. Let's go.
Missed that drive, obviously, and hooked that left-hand side shot. Here's for 3 off the edge of the green. Not a bad chip, but I just leave it a little bit too short. Putting for par off the fringe. Again, not quite making it. It's quite hard to judge it. Obviously, if you're putting from the rough or the fairway, it's going to eat up so much of that pace. But I managed to sink that putt to go 13 over through 12. Big drive off the tee, but definitely slice it a little bit and it goes onto that right-hand side mound. 412-yard par 4. It's quite a long one. It's taking, I think, a 7-iron out of that
out of that rough, leaving it just short. A 7-iron yet again for a little punch and roll up that hill. Leave myself with a cheeky 2-putt. Unfortunately, just going that right edge. See the difference between a bogey and a par? Right there, 14 over through 13. A 171-yard par 3, just going a little bit left, but clearing that left side water to be on the fringe. Again, a difficult pin position. They're all at the front of the green. Putting off the edge, definitely going to give this one a good roll, and just missing it on that right-hand side. I thought it was going to turn, and it did not turn. Again, another 3-putt to go bogey. With a birdie putt, you just can't get a bogey. It's just so frustrating. 15 over through 14. A par 5 next, 495 yards, taking an iron off the tee. I think I misjudged this, thinking this was a dogleg left par 4. Using the 9-iron to just chip it out of the horrendous lie that I had. To then try and take my third, and then having to take a hybrid off the floor, pushing it slightly right, but just clearing the bunker on the right-hand side. If I knew this was par 5, I'd have tried to clear the corner, and then just a duff shot over to that right-hand edge. And unfortunately, that is where the video ends because my iPhone died when I was recording. But I've got the scorecard here so I can talk you through it. I actually end up getting a 7 on that par 5 because of that duff shot and obviously misconceiving it for being a par 4. So it's completely my fault. You can't make those kinds of critical errors. To go 17 over through 15 holes. Moving on to the 16th hole was a 355-yard par 4. A short par 4, which I made par, so I stayed 17 over. And then, unfortunately, I bogeyed the next hole, 389-yard par 4, and got a 5, so I got to go 18 over. And then on the last hole, I bogeyed it, and I went 19 over for the round. So an unfortunate turnout because I was going for the 18 over, and then I'm going to come down from it. But 19 over, not too bad. As you can see, it's all just about taking away those duff shots that you have, because being an inconsistent golfer, the talent is there. I've got a decent sized shot on me. It's just that consistency, making sure that you don't have those thins or the fats or pushing it into the bunker, just doing a little duffy shot. Minus those out, you're going down to handicap at 12 already. 3 putting as well. The short game is something I really need to work on, but I'm aware of it, so it's good, so I can keep my eyes open to try and make sure the short game improves in each and every video. I really hope you enjoyed the first episode of Birdie or Bust. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.